Imagine this. The year is 2010. The date is August 24th. You bought up this indie game that you wanted to try out called Minecraft. You create a new world in single player. Your computer isn't specifically great, so you're playing on low render distance. Everything seems to be normal. You begin chopping down trees and crafting a workbench. You notice something move amongst the dense fog. You think it was a cow, so you go at it as you need leather for armor. But nothing was there. You forget it, continue playing the game, but as you expand the world, you see things that seem out of place. Tunnels in stone, small sand pyramids in the ocean, and trees without leaves. Looking back, it came out to be a strange entity, a player, and his name is Herobrine. Herobrine has been around for almost 13 years, and he sure didn't come out of nowhere. His story originates from another creepypasta called White Eyes. A month before the Herobrine post was published, a user by the name Flaky posted a comment on Minecraft forums. He copied 4chan post about the story of a player encountering an entity with glowing white eyes after listening to the 13 music disc. One alleged instance of those eyes appearing was described in a comment under the YouTube upload of the music disc. The video itself contained a screenshot of a dark cave with two white eyes. Later, an altered version of the story appeared, in which White Eyes gained the name Herobrine and was now described as the deceased brother of Notch, pictured as Steve with just, you guessed it, white eyes. The community's response was massive. The first people to fake more sightings were ProCraft streamers Copeland and Patimus. Copeland began by editing Herobrine into several screenshots and sharing them with his chat. Upon receiving largely good reactions, he decided to take it further. Stage a hoax. In one of the rooms in his house, he set a painting, which was retextured as Herobrine. On the livestream, Copeland played through the world, just as usual, avoiding that exact room. About 20 minutes and 45 seconds in, he entered the room and saw the retextured painting. Copeland screamed and ran out, ending the stream right after. Later on, the streamer Patimus went live, showing Herobrine floating above a lava pool. Patimus ran away, saved his game, and went offline. The stream resumed 10 minutes later, and by then, Herobrine had already disappeared. During the next stream, Patimus could be heard talking to his wife, stating that he was trolling, which flooded the livestream chat with outrage. He then faked a game crash, and the stream proceeded later with no further Herobrine sightings. Needless to say that Copeland did not like the fact that Patimus outed Herobrine as fake. After Brocraft, the community continued to make tons of Herobrine related content, maps, videos, even songs. In December of the same year, HMod forums user going by the name T. Kelly released the earliest known Herobrine mod, a server plugin titled I Love You. As per Mojang's responses, at Minecon 2010, Notch confirmed that Herobrine was a hoax, but jokingly said that he might not be. The next day, Notch replied to a tweet asking if Herobrine was an entity in-game, saying that it was not, but it might be soon. Other than that, Herobrine has been mentioned to be removed from the game in Minecraft's changelogs. The first mention was in beta 1.6.6. After that, most Minecraft changelogs included the entry removed Herobrine. As of now, the latest mention of Herobrine was in the changelogs of 1.20. Rolling into 2020, the community started forming around seed finding. In the start of the year, SouthC1 uploaded a video titled The Mystery of the Minecraft pack.png file, where he called upon the community to help him find the seed for pack.png, the icon of the default resource pack. In September, the seed was found with the help of Minecraft at Home and these people on the screen. In the meanwhile, the seed for the Minecraft title screen was found, as well as the seed for the Skull and Fire painting. After the pack.png project, the community wanted to take on a new project, and that came out to be finding the original Herobrine screenshot seed. But how? Well, let's take a good look at the screenshot. In front of us is a hill, 2 big trees, 8 small trees, a chicken, and Herobrine. The last two will not be of any use, so let's talk about all of the other parts. The hill is pretty useful due to a thing called quads being visible. Those are terrain anomalies, always occurring at X and Z coordinates, which are multiples of 4, reducing the number of possible chunks from 256 down to 16. The 2 big trees are a crucial part in finding the seed, as when compared to terrain, big tree seeds can be tested significantly faster. The 8 small trees are also useful, as a big tree and a small tree cannot be in the same chunk, eliminating half of the possible chunks. What else? Well, besides terrain, there are grass blocks. Their texture tells us that the player is facing the -X direction. The next part is recreating the scenery from the screenshot. A member of the team by the name Tamlako created an overlay to compare the original Herobrine screenshot and the world recreation. That was done to get a list of Chungbait's coordinates that match the positions of the leaves on the two big trees. Even though not all leaves are seen on the screenshot, the information given was enough to yield 430 million seeds to be tested. There's a lot more of difficult math behind this, so I'll leave a link in the description to the website of the project as well as the Google Doc describing all of the methodology behind it. So on January 16th, 2021, around 8:21 p.m. Eastern, the seed was found by Andrew555, a member of the Minecraft at Home team. But that's not all that was found. In 2020, a YouTuber by the name TheBoss25 started a search for the infamous Copeland livestream. At first, he tried the web archive, but it didn't save video. Next, he tried contacting a livestream, the service that Copeland used to broadcast, and it actually still exists. And the boss got a response saying that they do not own the content and cannot release it without the owner's permission. The problem was that at the time, Copeland wasn't really active or vocal on the internet, at least under that username, but there was still hope. Apparently, Brocraft had a website. An archive of it had lots of information, including links to the group's social media and Copeland's old Steam group. Through an archive of the Steam group, the boss grabbed Copeland's Steam ID and found his Steam account. To his luck, it was active, and the boss actually managed to get in contact with him. Copeland was down to help. Copeland emailed Livestream to prove it was him and asked for the stream to be recovered. A few days later, he got an email saying that the stream was deleted from the servers a long time ago. And it's to no surprise, back then storage wasn't cheap. As per Copeland's personal archive, he actually managed to find some of his old live streams, but he didn't find the one they were looking for. It seemed like everything was lost. But the live stream wasn't the only thing that could be found. Copeland was searching through his computer and found some screenshots of the world the infamous livestream happened in. He was getting nostalgic, saying that he wished he still had copies of his old worlds. A few days later, Copeland found his old PC in his closet, and the boss didn't think much of it until this happened. Copeland actually found the Minecraft world in which the Herobrine livestream went down. And it's safe to say that that world is a huge part of Minecraft history. It's what basically made Herobrine the legend that it is today. Seeing these things resurface in the community is truly amazing, and I think it's safe to say that one of the oldest Minecraft mysteries has been solved. Thank you for watching. He is right behind me, isn't he?